Let's take a look at an exponential equation and how we might solve it using a graphing calculator before we learn how to solve it with algebraic skills. We will be learning about logarithms, and that's going to be how we will solve this algebraically, but for now we're going to use our calculator. Alright, so the first step is to go ahead and put this into my calculator. So I'm going to put y1 as the left side, 90, and y2 as the right side, that 1/3 times the 1/12 raised to the x power. Now I want to think about my window. Obviously my first equation is y equals 90, so I'm going to need to adjust my y's. I left my x's as -10 to 10, but I adjusted the y's from -10 to 100, and just to make it look a little nicer, I adjusted the scale as well. When I hit the graph, this is what I see. Now, my goal is to figure out what x is right here where these two graphs intersect. In other words, where the two y values are the same. So to find that, I go to second and trace, and that brings me to the calculate menu. I go down to number 5, intersect, and it asks me some questions. The first one is, what is your first curve? And if I move these left and right arrows a little bit, I can see that it's moving me along that horizontal line. And it's giving me the equation y1 equals 90 in the right upper left corner, rather. So yes, that is my first curve. I hit enter. Now it says second curve. And now if I again move my little left and right arrows, you can see that it's moving along that more exponential looking curve, and it again is giving me in the upper left the equation of my second y. So I'm going to hit enter right there, and now it says guess. All right, so it's a little hard to see because it's right at the top, but I can see that I'm getting close right in here to where I'm intersecting. I hit enter a third time, and boom, it shows me right there is where the intersection point is. So for this problem, and I put it on my screen here, our plot, what we're plotting, our window, and then our final answer. So the answer for this one would be the x value where we have an equivalent y value. So x equals -2.25 if we want to round to 2 decimal places or round to whatever it asks you to. So it's really just a matter of using your calculator tools to solve these types of things until we learn more about logarithms. Let me know if you have any questions.